Hi angels, hi my darlings. It's a beautiful day today in Illinois, so I wanted to come on here and talk about this beautiful Chanel flat bag. So if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead, stick with me, give me a like, hit that like button as well as subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified anytime whenever I upload videos on Chanel. So let's go ahead, let's get started. Let's start talking about this bag. So I wanted to talk about this beautiful Chanel bag, and this bag is the Marais, I believe it's pronounced La Marais. And don't quote me on that, you guys. I don't speak French. Je m'appelle lvluxegirl. That's all I know from my French days back in school. Je m'appelle lvluxegirl. However, I did run across this beautiful flat bag, and I've been really happy with acquiring some of them in my collection, so I couldn't pass this baby up. So I wanted to come on here today and talk about this lovely bag. So before we get into the bag though, it is a beautiful day in Chicago, and I left the window up, and I know there's a little bit of a glare, but the sun is shining and just streaming in, and I didn't want to go ahead and stop that and mess up the lighting or anything. When I have a good day, I just like to go ahead and roll with it, you guys. It's putting me in a good mood. So I purchased this from a consignment shop, and I go there all the time, and I've made prior purchases there, and I really love that consignment shop. So basically I told the girls, when something comes in, Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Gucci, go ahead and give me a call, but preferably Chanel, because I'm always on the lookout for Chanel. So I basically told them if something comes in to go ahead and give your girl a call, and they did. So when they gave me a call, I didn't know. Thought, what am I going to find? Am I going to be happy with the item that comes in? Maybe I'll be disappointed. Maybe the condition will be bad. Maybe it won't be authentic. Maybe I might not want to purchase it. However, I went to the shop and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe this baby was sitting there waiting for me after they made the phone call, and I was happy to acquire her into my collection. So what I like about this particular flap is it's larger than a medium and it's smaller than a jumbo, which I mean, I don't know, I'm just new to the Chanel world, so please don't quote me, you guys, on some of my terminology. All I know is that I really like the flat bags, and that's what I'm collecting. So hopefully I'll be able to expand and grow with my collection, over this next year in 2022. And this one is a flap. So it came in, and in my opinion, I'm looking at it comparatively to my medium and my jumbos, that it's a little bit larger than a medium and it's smaller than a jumbo, which makes a perfect size, because sometimes for me, I'm 5'8", and sometimes a medium can be a little bit small, and sometimes a jumbo can be a little bit too large. So the fact that this beauty right here is larger than a medium but smaller than a jumbo, it really makes it a good size for me. And the thing about this particular flap is, now I know they have the jersey flaps as well, the Chanel jersey bags and different types of bags. This material is a fabric bag. It's a fabric Chanel, and it has like a shimmer to it. And I don't know if the camera is gonna pick it up, if I turn it at different angles, or how it's gonna look, in the sun and at different areas on screen. But in person, when you look at it, it shimmers based on how the light hits the bag. So that's really a plus, I think, for me. I like that when, a bag has a little bit of iridescency to it, or a little bit of metallic to it, or a little bit of shimmer to it. So that looks really nice. So I love it because of that. Also, it's my first flap that the rest of them have the Mademoiselle turn-lock closure, or the Karl Lagerfeld, or whatever it's called. They have that turn-lock closure. This one just has a rather larger CC. So I was really happy to acquire one with a larger CC in my collection, and I really love it. So naturally, when I became aware of the bag and I knew that, I was going to be able to go ahead and pick it up, I did some research and looking up on the bag. So I learned that La Marais, or La Marais, however it's pronounced, is a city in Paris, and it is a beautiful city in Paris. And the people there are very, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say artsy. They're very avant-garde. And I don't use that word in my vocabulary very often, but I think avant-garde means like artsy, cultural, and they dress very avant-garde. So they dress very, some of their clothes are thrifted, but it's like very sharp clothing. Some of their clothes are very high fashion. Their foods and their wines are just very, very nice, okay? So this is what I've learned from my research from looking up La Marais or La Marais Paris online, and it just looked like a really, really beautiful place, and the people there and the culture, everything was just so artsy. So this bag is named after that area of Paris, and it's a fabric Chanel bag. It's just so beautiful. I'm in love with it. I think it really adds to what I'm doing, because at one point I knew I was gonna have to add a black Chanel to my collection. It's like I'm really liking the colors, and I'm pulling a lot of color into my collection with the Chanel flat bags, but I knew at some point I would have to get a black one, and I was thinking a black jumbo either in caviar or in lambskin leather, but I may still do that one day. But for right now, I'm so happy that I was able to get a hold of this beautiful fabric Chanel La Marais or La Marais jumbo flap, and it's so, so beautiful. So let's go ahead and take a look at the interior. So in order to talk Chanel, at least for me here on my channel, I have to go ahead and address authenticity. I have to. In collecting bags, handbags forever, you cannot talk about a Chanel bag and not address authenticity, because the people want to know. I know I want to know when I view and when I look at things, I want to know if it's an authentic or a replica. Not that there's anything wrong with a replica, but I just want to know, because like for me, I had to investigate and make sure, you know, the bags cost a pretty penny, and you want to make sure that if you're spending and putting out that much, you don't want to take a loss, that you want to make sure that you have an authentic bag. So this bag was authenticated by The RealReal. So I know that it is an authentic handbag. Not that The RealReal or fashionphile can't ever make a mistake either. We're all human. We all can make a mistake. But at least I know I have a little bit of security in the future if I ever want to sell the bag, because that's important also. I plan on keeping this bag forever, for a very long time. Nothing is forever. We can't speak that. We don't know that. But I know I plan on keeping it for a very long time. But it's good to have a little peace of mind to know that if you do ever need to, because they're an investment, if you do ever decide to sell them, it's good to know that you have an authentic bag on your hands. And like I stated, there's nothing wrong with, you know, if a bag isn't, but for me, I want all authentic, because also I know I'm paying a lot for it. I want my bag to be authentic. Plus, I'm presenting it to you all on camera and through the screen, and I want my viewers to know that I'm presenting authentic items. I want my viewers to have trust in me. I want my viewers to know that I'm ethical and that I'm presenting a bag, you know, and that I have moral compass, and that I'm not gonna, you know, pull the wool over your eyes or present something that's not authentic on my channel. Now, if I do present something, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. If it, you know, I wore, when I was younger, I've carried a phony bag before, okay? You know, there's no shame to my game, but right now, this is just what I choose to do on my channel, and I want you, my viewers, to know what I'm presenting on screen to you, because when you're looking through the camera, you can't see authenticity through the camera. You can't see authenticity through a screen, you know, through a photo. Sometimes, and I know fashionphile in some of the places authenticate bags through a photo, but sometimes when you get the bag real in your hands, then you know, you might look at it and say, oh, it looked like it was real on camera, but it's not. You know, so authenticity is a big thing in handbags. It's something that needs to be addressed and talked about. It's not something that we could just swipe under the rug or sweep under the rug and not address it and not talk about it. At least not on my channel. I'm going to talk about it. And also, I wanted to go ahead and show you guys the interior. So this is the interior of the bag, and it has lovely, this bag is a distressed bag. So it's like a crinkled Chanel look. It has crinkling and wrinkle to it. That's all a part of the beauty of the bag. And this is what it looks like. It's so, so pretty. I hope you're going to be able to see it really well on camera. Like I said, once again, all the beauty and, you know, different things don't always come across on camera. You could see some of the iridescence on it, you know, especially on the back. On the front, the iridescence and the pattern, it looks a little interrupted by the flap, but on the back where it's all one piece, you clearly can see it right there. And then it has a stud closure, and this is the interior. And the interior is, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's a lovely gray color. I'll insert a photo. I'll insert some photos of the interior so you guys can take a really, really good look at it. And the handle is, you can go ahead and elongate the handle and you know, wear it however you want to wear it. Now I am 5'8", like I said. I probably will use this short shoulder or long shoulder. Crossbody, this one might be a little bit short on me. In the summertime, if I'm wearing a tank, then if I could wear a crossbody, but like in the wintertime, I won't be able to wear a crossbody because I live in the Midwest and it gets cold here. So we're all bundled up. I won't be able to wear a crossbody in the wintertime, but I will in the summer. And I just think it really adds to the beauty of what I'm trying to do with my Chanel collection. I'm so happy for this particular piece. And there are several online right now available on other websites. There is one on Fashionphile, and there are several on other websites. A few of the websites I'm not familiar with, but I see that they are on sale there. I wouldn't recommend purchasing from the websites unless you go ahead and research them and check them out. And I know, like I said, for me, I basically always use Fashionphile, but I couldn't resist this one that came into my consignment shop by me, and they contacted me, and like I said, it was authenticated by the Real, and it's such a beautiful flap handbag that's going to add to my collection and what I'm doing. So make sure you guys stay tuned to my channel for more Chanel videos, as well as stay tuned just for some more fun. I have more giveaways. We have giveaways going until Christmas. I haven't forgotten. I'll be back with a giveaway video very soon. And comment down below. Let me know how you're spending this beautiful Friday. This video is in real time. It's going to go up tomorrow morning, which is Saturday morning. Let me know what you're doing for the weekend. Let me know if you're going to a mall. Ratanda Whitaker, what you doing? What you doing for the weekend, girl? Toria Jenkins, what you doing? Comment down below. Let me know what you're doing. Where you shopping at this weekend? Because I know I'm going to be doing some shopping. So yeah, you guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe on my channel. And I'm going to go ahead and finish working on this color. I wanted to experiment with some color and some makeup today for Saturday so I could have some fun with my look and change my look up a little bit. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon in another video.